I mean, free thinking to these people blows their minds. They just cannot fathom. And I understand that he has painted himself into that corner. He has to believe that way.
And they don't understand that most people in Alaska, most voters in Alaska are independents.
Correct.
By far.
Right.
Way ahead of any party.
How dare they? And that's their ideology.
How dare anybody be independent?
Exactly. How dare you?
How dare you?
You can't support...
You can't
Lisa
be an
Murkowski
undeclared
and support Ethan Berkowitz. How can you do that? You're a traitor.
Yeah.
You suck.
Traitor to what? My own values?
Right.
What are you, stupid?
But that's their mentality.
Yeah.
And to me, that is the problem with a lot of folks in politics, is that they get so caught up into the party, they forget the people.
But those are the reasons why I hate political parties.
Right. Exactly.
Because of people like them.
Correct. And it just cracks me up.
They make me sick.
Yes. And there are people on the other side of the fence that are just as bad, that are those liberals, that anything Republican is evil and bad, and they want to destroy the world.
And there's another reason why I don't belong to a party.
Right. I mean, they're just as bad.
I used to be a registered Democrat when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Then I grew up.
But it makes me laugh. And on the way in this morning, I was thinking, this is funny. This is really... So anyway, here's what Mr. Fagan had to say about me in particular, and what he thought was hypocritical. And oh my gosh, just listen to this. Okay?
A lot of interesting dynamics on this Murkowski-Palin or Murkowski-Miller race. You know, Bob Lester, very talented broadcaster, is the co-host of the Bob and Mark Show on KWOW. Probably, maybe next to Eddie Burke, #1 Sarah Palin fan on the planet. Just love Sarah Palin. In the last 3 years, I don't listen to the show, but from what I'm told, that's all they talked about is Sarah Palin, how wonderful she is. And then anybody who was opposed to her, they basically demonize her.
Now, stop it right there.
I don't listen to them, but this is what they're all about.
Right, but that's fine.
What?
And I know for a fact he does listen, but that's not here or there. But I think it's funny that he wants to label us as folks that'll demonize anyone that disagrees with our thoughts on Sarah Palin. Have you listened to his show, everybody? Have you listened to what he does to his listeners?
Dude, he lived there.
I mean...
He lived as a hater for over a year and a half.
Right. And anyone that
softened that.
I mean, what cracks me up is, and it gets worse. It gets worse how this poor guy, and maybe he's just dumb. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's just dumb. He doesn't realize that what he's saying is so hypocritical and ridiculous. Yeah. And that we're just going to have some fun with this and just dissect it. But really?
Yeah.
Dan, I mean, my God, you could learn a thing or two about respecting your callers on this program. Have you heard what he does to his callers? Have you heard? It's embarrassing.
Oh, if you disagree with him?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Goes ape-ass. Hangs up on you. That's why he's got a call screener.
He screams at co-workers.
But that's why he has someone answer the phones for him, because they want to find out what side of the fence are you on.
She's no prize either.
And if you have an opposing opinion to his and you are smart, you're never going to make it on his show.
Nope.
Now, if you disagree with him and you're kind of a moron, they'll put you on right away.
Right.
That's why they have someone to...
That's classic talk radio.
Absolutely. You call us, you get me. I answer the phone.
That's right.
We have no idea whether you agree or disagree. You could be a Rhodes Scholar and school us completely on whatever. That's fine.
Doesn't matter.
Go for it.
That's right.
Anyway, continue on with the clip, please.
Loves Sarah Palin.
I do.
And now Lester is doing these anti-Miller ads. Now, in the cult of Sarah Palin, you don't turn on her. You don't betray her. So it would be very interesting to learn how Sarah Palin would view her chief propagandist, Bob Lester.
Oh, my God.
Taking on Lisa, or one of her primary candidates, Joe Miller. Mm-hmm. Very interesting to hear her take on that.
I can tell you right now what her take was on it. Good for you. They're paying you cash? Right on.
Exactly. He doesn't get it.
Do you think I didn't have that conversation? Do you think I didn't, out of respect for my friends, Todd and Sarah Palin, I told them, hey, I got an opportunity to make some dough. Now, folks, I'm a single dad. All right? and I got to pay my bills.
Yeah.
And one of the luxuries of being a radio personality is you get paid to voice commercials.
Correct.
So I can guarantee you, Todd and Sarah don't give a rat's flying F that I'm doing these spots. I mean, it might irk them a little bit, but oh well. This is what I do for a living. And here's what I think is funny. Let's continue on with the clip a little bit.
It's just, we're such a small state. We're all so intertwined. It's just funny to see how all this, because Bob just had Bristol out at that nightclub the other night.
Restaurant.
Right? He was the one who took her over there.
Restaurant, yeah.
And now he's doing all these anti-Miller ads. What's Sarah say about all that?
I don't know. The email hasn't been leaked yet.
What email?
You know how when Sarah gets mad?
Oh, yeah. Todd. The Todd chastising Bob email hasn't been leaked yet.
Now, I want you to listen to Dan's impression of Todd Palin. Mm-hmm. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were our friend, Bob. What's the deal? Sarah came on your show all those times and was nice to you. What's the deal?
Maybe he's just the voice for the ad.
Oh, stop it. You can't get on there and slam Joe Miller like that and be still live in Sarah land.
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can, Dan. You see, because here's the deal. Here's the difference, Dan. I don't throw my friends under the bus.
Right.
All right? I'm up front. I tell them flat out, here's the deal, here's what's going on. See? And they respect that. Unlike you, Dan, I value my friendships. I don't turn on my friends and stab them in the back.
All right, let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
What if the Palins told you, I don't know, Bob, I don't think that's a good idea?
I'd say, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You would have done it anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they would never have done that.
No, I know they wouldn't.
They would never have done that. They understand.
Of course they do.
Right. I told them out of respect because they are my friends. That's what I told them. I wasn't asking for permission. Mm-hmm. I was telling them, here's what I'm going to do. And they were like, hey, go for it, man. You got to do what you got to do. I understand.
He's out, man. I guarantee he's going to be out.
What do you want to bet, fat man?
He's going to have to join everybody else under the bus.
I'm surprised how quickly they spun this ad out, though.
Well, it's just, here's the thing, folks. And we're going to play this ad for you. Lisa Murkowski basically has 3 messages.
Anyway.
Yeah.
There's more to it, and we'll get to it. But here's what I think is funny. He talks about the hypocrisy. How could I possibly be doing these ads and still be friends with the Palins? How can that happen? How? Dan, how can you support Joe Miller?
When you can't stand Palin.
How in the world can you, when you have done everything you can to make this woman's life hell?
Yes.
It has been your personal mission to blast her at every single opportunity, and now you're supporting her guy?
That's right. That's right.
Who's the hypocrite? Danny? Come on, buddy. You need to pull your head out of your ass, because I got to tell you what, no one could be that stupid. But the more that I listen to your show, the more I think you're just not very bright. I really do. And that's unfortunate, because you have a lot of power with your radio show. And you're leading people over the edge, bro. And it's really sad. What you don't know could fill a book, Dan. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we'll take a break. We got news, sports, and weather.